Hey there, this is Lisa, the owner of Dear Diary Coffee, and welcome to the August edition of my newsletter. All of my newsletters are very informal because, they are. Okay, well, here's the audio version of it, and I have a video on YouTube. They're kind of one and the same, but I figure I may as well give it in different formats for different kind of people. So, first off, we had a wild Mustang latte at the shop, and now it is all sold out. That latte was forage, so basically me and my friend harvested a bunch of wild grapes from around East Austin, and I made a gallon of syrup, and we used that to make Mustang lattes, and they were pretty amazing. You're probably thinking, grape latte, that's dumb, but Mustang grapes are their own very special thing. They taste like a combo of like cranberry and cherry and grape, and it was pretty amazing, and you missed out. Haha. Sorry. But the reason why I'm teasing you with this is because there are more local, native, wild fruits that are going to be ready to harvest coming up. So, for example, there's Texas persimmon coming up, there's prickly pear, and there's, what's the other one? I looked it up. Oh yeah, there's wild plums coming up, which I don't know. So I had looked it up on one of the Texas magazines. I wonder if they meant loquats by wild plums. But anyway, if you are aware of a fruit that is fruiting, I would love to acquire 8 pounds from you. So 8 pounds is about what I need to make a gallon of syrup, and I can repay you in a jar of your own syrup for home plus a latte. Wow, what a trade. Okay, well, so there's that. Getting that out of the way, and then let's dive into the too long didn't read. First of all, Austin Studio Tour. Austin Studio Tour is the last 3 weeks of November, but the East Austin Studio Tour specifically is the last 2 weeks of November. I think that's, no, I don't even want to say guess at the dates because I'll probably tell you wrong, but Dear Diary Coffee is always a major stop on the Austin Studio Tour. This year is no exception, but what we're doing a little different this year is we're partnering up with Las Flores Market and 1208 Chicon, where we do that big outdoor market, is now going to be in collaboration with Las Flores. And also, that outdoor space is leased by Recovery ATX, and they're a super awesome organization, and we have to give, I mean, we don't have to, but I very much want to give them credit for use of that space because it's super cool of them. So just shouting out to them. So right now you can sign up to be an Austin Studio Tour vendor, or you can just kind of mark your calendar. Don't forget, end of November, we're a stop to be at. We're one of the bigger ones. So if you are driving especially, it's hard to bounce from studio to studio because East Austin is going to be very crowded with traffic. But if you just come on over to ours, and across the street, the businesses across the street from us are closed. So you can park there as long as you'd like. All right, next item on the list is our consignment program. So Austin Studio Tour is such a big deal for us. We kind of orient our artist residencies around it. So our current group of artists will be coming up on a year in October, and we want to get new artists in so that way we have new fresh faces and they can kind of start off with a bang during Austin Studio Tour. So if you've been thinking, oh, I really would love to consign my things, now is kind of your last chance to apply, and I'll be looking at applications in I guess this month, and I won't make an announcement until September, and we won't do the switcheroos until October. So go to deardiary.coffee and navigate to art, and you'll see the place where you apply for consignment. Okay, Team Snack Cycling Kit. Woohoo! So I have spent literally a year working on this kit, like going through different vendors and all this. It is such a super hot kit. Like, it looks really freaking good. It's, yeah, okay, so this is what I recommend you do. The kit's shop doesn't launch until September 1st. So you won't be able to see it yet, but if you go to teamsnackcycling.com, you will see the link to the kit shop in the navigation, and you can click on that and it won't let you in without a password. But hey, if you bookmark that or make a little calendar reminder for yourself, September 1st is when these kits go on sale, and they look really good. If you want to see what they look like, the best thing to do would be to follow Dear Diary _bike at Instagram, which is my Instagram, and I kind of leak photos on there because I designed the thing. Go to @TeamSnackCycling on Instagram. So Team Snack Cycling, and they'll be posting stuff as well. Yeah, it looks really good. But so this isn't really a too long didn't read. I'm just telling you things in full effect right now. But while I'm at it, with this particular kit, the club decided to go ahead and let the public order too, for two reasons. One, it's a fundraiser. Team Snack Cycling is just an intermediate cycling club for women, trans women, femme people in general, like femme, gender, queer folks, and non-binary people. So it's a very inclusive femme cycling club. And we have rides and all this. I'm a member as well as a sponsor. So part of it is the fundraiser, because it takes money to do community building. But also the other part is we want, this year has been very hard for trans women in particular. And so we've included all women and genderqueer people in our club ever since the club formed in, I think, 2016. So riding alongside all types of women is nothing new to us, and it's very disappointing that this year politicians have decided to demonize, our cycling sisters, like the other women that we ride with. It's not fair. It's weird. Yeah, like, trans women are not a new phenomenon. Like, we've had them on our club the whole time, and it's always been fine, and it's never been anything anyone has had to think twice about. So it's just really messed up that this year they're being picked on. So if you're kind of that sentiment too, if there's trans women in your life, if you're a cyclist, if there's genderqueer people in your life, or if you just kind of generally agree that, like, people are different, everyone's experience is individual, and we can't even begin to understand everybody's experiences. We just have to trust that people are unique and they're not lying about their existence in this world. Anyway, if you're kind of a like mind, then maybe this kit is for you. It states on there, like, oh, this is a women, trans, femme, non-binary club. So it's very loud and proud. It's very queer, positive. So that's the Team Snacks kit. Woo woo. Okay, so then moving on to the secret show. So the secret show is something we've been doing every year since 2021. And the first year was so magical and amazing. And this year, it's not a secret. We're bringing back some of the same acts. It just went so well. We're just doing that again. But the location is different. You won't know until you buy a ticket. And once again, we're doing a bike ride to the secret location if you truly want your experience and your night to unfold for you. But if you're driving, then when you buy the ticket, you can say so, and we'll reveal the secret location to you the week of. And another thing that's really different about this secret show is there's a there's optional camping if you want it, because this secret location will let us do that. So it's very cool. If you love the outdoors, if you love music, if you love live music, if you love local music, this is something you do not want to miss. And I do have a blog about it on deerdiary.coffee. I think it's probably under community or bikes. Look around. Okay, so, but that blog will have a link to the event RSVP, because you do have to buy tickets. Okay, so this Saturday from 4 to 7, there's a very special open mic that is hosted by Force Entertainment, 444 Entertainment. Very cool group, lots of spoken word and things like that. It will be a good time. I suggest just coming out and checking it out. Their Instagram is _444ORCE. But even if you don't remember that, August 19th, 4 to 7 p.m. Okay, so, I want to tell you about our Patreon. So the Patreon is called Deer Diary Art, and I made it because, guess what? It costs a lot of money and a lot of time to host and organize and pay for all of these community programs. It's not something that the coffee shop's own revenue covers. Really, the coffee shop, it provides the space, but all of this is just volunteerism. If I'm not doing it, then I'm probably paying someone to do it, and that's expensive. So I would love your support. I would love help keeping this going. It's a passion project. I think a lot of people get value out of it. Certainly a lot of artists gain a place to sell their work in East Austin, which in itself is super valuable. But we have the meetups, we have art shows, we have all sorts of things. And our mission is just to keep that East Austin artistic energy alive, keep Austin weird, basically. So we have a Patreon now. If you'll find it, you can do things like just support us on a tiny basis, like throw in like $5 a month or something like that. And that helps. I mean, it really does help. And then I also have on there the ability to become a key holder. I think I only have 4 key holder membership slots. Only 4 people can do this, but basically I am willing to give you the keys to Deer Diary so you can use it for your projects. So because we close at 2, so there's so much time after hours that another, like a theater company or a comedy company, or like any kind of performance art or music or whatever, if you could use my space, you could share it with me. And those are membership levels as well. So go to Patreon, look up Deer Diary Art, and check out what I have to offer there. But I have no problem sharing the space. In fact, I think that would be a great thing. It's a community space, so it's in keeping with the vision and what I want for it. Okay, so then kind of going back to the bike rides, every Thursday morning, Team Snacks, the club that I was talking about, has a bike ride. It's really short. It's just 14 miles. It leaves at 7:30 from the shop. It's back by 9. Typically, folks enjoy coffee before and after, super chill, and it's open to everybody. P.S. Deer Diary is also a sponsor of Violet Crown Cycling. Team Snacks members and Violet Crown members get 10% off at Deer Diary. Okay, and then I just want to remind you that every Sunday from 4 to 7, our dear open mic host, Rusty Page, has musicians coming, and it's a super chill, super sweet, relaxed open mic environment. Mostly people bringing acoustic instruments, but there's spoken word and poetry sometimes too. So definitely come to that. Every 3rd Sunday, Rusty Page takes the evening off and does not come and bring her PA, but people tend to show up anyway, and they just open mic anyway without the mic. So it works. Our space is so small that the mic is just a nice to have. Also, I'm very excited because now East Austin Writing Group is meeting at Dear Diary. It's like a once a month thing. I think the next writing group is Sunday, August 27th at 11 a.m. And then the Austin Illustrators Club is also meeting at Dear Diary now, and their next meetup is Sunday, August 20th at 1 p.m. So with that, they're both on meetup.com. You can look up East Austin Writing Group or Illustration Club ATX on meetup.com and RSVP there. Or if you memorized what I said, you can just show up, I think. Okie dokie. So thus concludes the newsletter. Not as much this time. It's very event heavy. We do have drink specials in the shop, but I'm kind of posting those to Instagram instead. So definitely head over to deardiary_coffee on Instagram. And thank you so much for listening to my newsletter. Goodbye.